Putin Bad News After the president was blackmailed, Putin is allegedly trying to cut ties between two powerful allies. Following their attempted blackmail of Vladimir Putin last month, an analysis suggests that Putin may be attempting to sever ties between two of his powerful allies. The Institute for the Study of War in Washington, D.C., believes that Russian military command likely ordered the forces led by Chechen leader Ramzan Kadyrov to begin offensive operations in Ukraine as Yevgeny Prigozhin's Wagner Group mercenaries begin leaving the front line in the contended city of Bakhmut. Since the Chechen leader's troops seem to have stayed far from the front line over the past few months, the analysis suggested that this move may be seen as a retaliatory act by the Russian president. According to the ISW, it has been almost a year since Chechen forces have been involved in any major combat operations. Kadyrov's forces were in the thick of battle in Mariupol, Severodonetsk, and Lysychansk at the outset of the Russian invasion of Ukraine. However, in recent months, they have primarily conducted offensive operations in the Bilohorivka area, the Luhansk region of eastern Ukraine, and the Zaporizhzhia region of southern Ukraine. According to French President Emmanuel Macron, giving Ukraine tangible and credible guarantees is crucial. Macron said at the Bratislava summit of the global cybersecurity industry, Globsec, that it will be the subject of collective discussions in the coming weeks. The ISW speculates that Kadyrov may have been conserving his forces because his troops are operating as a police force in occupied territories rather than fighting on the front line. According to the ISW report, Kadyrov's reluctance to commit his forces to grinding offensive operations in Ukraine despite his ultranationalist narratives may be evidenced by the limited participation of Chechen units on the front lines. The repositioning of Kadyrov's forces, however, could lead to an increase in casualties among the Chechen military. According to the ISW's assessment, Prigozhin responded on May 31 to reports of Chechen forces transferring to occupied Donetsk Oblast, stating that he is confident that Kadyrov's forces will be successful in capturing some settlements in the region. After stating that Wagner troops in war-torn Bakhmut needed more military supplies, the analysis claimed that Kadyrov participated in Prigozhin's blackmail attempt in early May. According to the ISW, Kadyrov said his troops would relieve Wagner's on May 6 and even asked Putin to approve the transfer of Chechen troops from other directions to Bakhmut. Kadyrov and Prigozhin had a successful joint information campaign in early October 2022 to facilitate military command changes, and Putin may have viewed this as a threat to his control. In retaliation for Kadyrov's blackmail attempt, Putin or the Russian military command may have ordered Kadyrov to increase the presence of his units on the battlefield. A month ago, the Wagner mercenaries leader harshly criticized the Russian military's top brass and publicly complained that the troops were undersupplied with ammunition. Although the Wagner leader had been dubbed Putin's chef due to his catering contracts with the Kremlin, the series of outbursts aimed at the Russian leadership suggested the relationship may have soured.